Hey everyone, this week we're going to go ahead and take a look at InstaGrab by Patrick Kun. Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, back with another magic product review. For all of those of you who have been sticking with me since the beginning, thank you so much for staying here. I know I haven't been uploading as much as I'd like, but I'm going to start uploading more videos, specifically with the Advice for Magicians segment. I'm going to try to upload some more magic videos and, of course, some more magic product reviews. Now, the types of products that I like to review are things that I find the working magician can get a good use out of. To be honest with you, 95% of my working material is things that I've either created or have come up with unique versions of myself. So I don't really perform too many other people's products. However, if I do use someone else's product, I really enjoy using it, and I feel that there's a good benefit from using it. So in this week's magic product review, I wanted to take a look at InstaGrab by Patrick Kun. Now, before I talk too much about it, let's go ahead and take a look at the official performance trailer.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. What if I can bring a picture to life? This effect would take a mystery card plot to the whole new level, and the best part is, this effect is done completely on the spectator's borrowed phone.
And if you go on my Instagram right now, you will see that card is no longer there. Oh shit, go down there, you can see that card.
For the first time ever, you'd be able to pull a thought of card from Instagram without any special apps, leaving the picture altered forever. And that's just the start of what is possible with InstaGrab utility device. You'll learn multiple variations and principles, but in the end, your imagination is the limit. Welcome to InstaGrab.
All right, so there was the trailer. For those of you who are still not 100% sure exactly what InstaGrab is the ability to have the spectator name any thought of card, and you're going to open up your Instagram account. You're going to show a post that you made with a picture of a playing card in that post, and then you're going to visually remove the playing card from the phone, and you can hand them their phone back. They can examine the phone if they want to. You open up the card, and it's the card that they thought of. Now, I'm going to break up this review into two parts because there's actually two things going on with InstaGrab. The first part of the review, I'm going to talk about the minimal index system. Now, the minimal index system is an index that allows you to reveal any thought of card. Now, the cool thing that I like about this system is that it doesn't require you to have a hefty setup in your pocket. It packs flat, and it's extremely easy to use. Now, in this review, I'm going to be giving obviously the spoiler-free version. I'm not going to talk too much about how the system works, but essentially you're going to ask the spectator to think of a card, and then you're going to remove a card from your pocket. They're going to name the card that they thought of, and then the card that's in your pocket is going to match the card that they thought of. So the reason that this index sticks out from other indexes, I think, is because it's a lot easier to use. You're not going to have a whole pocket full of cards that you have to dig through, and you don't have to take up too much pocket space. When I'm performing walk around, my pockets are already jammed, packed full of stuff. I got sponge balls, I got a coin purse, I got decks of cards, I got Sharpies, I got, my phone, I got my car key. I already have too much stuff going on in my pockets. The last thing I need is an index system that takes up too much pocket space. So I really appreciate that this index system does not do that. The index system is very easy to use. I would say within like the first 5 to 10 minutes of learning how to use it, you'll be able to use the system, which makes it very practical. So that's the first part of this review. The second part is the actual InstaGrab performance itself. Now, you're going to get a couple things with this. Number one, you're going to get a bunch of image files that you're going to use for your Instagram post. So basically, you're going to make a post on Instagram, and what you post on Instagram is what you're going to use for the effect. You don't have to download anything. You're not going to get an app that looks like Instagram. You're not going to hook up your Instagram account to anything. You're literally just using Instagram for this. And Patrick provides you with a bunch of files that you can use. However, you don't even have to use any of his files. You can make your own, which is really cool. You can do this with cards. You can do this with coins. You can do this with dollar bills. I mean, you can use pretty much anything that you want. And like I said, once you understand how this works, you can make your own, you can make your own things to pull out of the phone. I mean, I do a trick with Pokemon cards. If I really wanted to, I could pull a Pokemon card out of the phone. I mean, there's a bunch of things you can do with this. And in the tutorial, he actually explains to you how you can customize this to pull pretty much anything you want out of your phone. Which leads me to my second point. You actually don't even need to use your phone. You can log onto your Instagram account on anybody's phone and it'll still work, which makes this really cool, because you're going to borrow a spectator's phone and then you're going to pull their card out of the phone. This couples very well with the minimal index system, because essentially the way Patrick teaches you how to use this effect is you're going to have a spectator think of any card, you're going to pull out your phone, and you're going to show that there's a card in your phone, and then you're going to pull it out, and then you're going to ask them the name of the card, and then you're going to open up the card and it's going to match. So it's a very minimal hands-off card effect where you seemingly have nothing except for your phone, and then you're able to pull a thought of card out of the phone. And when I first saw this, the first thing that went through my mind is anyone that knows how to use Instagram is going to immediately know how this works. The method didn't seem very convincing to me, and I thought, whatever, I'm just going to give it a shot anyway. Upon actually watching the tutorial, Patrick actually addresses a really cool way to clean the method up and actually make the method examinable. I've performed this at least 50 times, if not more. I try to do it a couple times as like a little bonus effect for my strolling gigs. But I've performed this enough times to know that it gets a good reaction almost 100% of the time. Even when people think they know the method, you literally hand them their phone back and they can examine the picture that you pulled the card out of, and they're not going to find anything wrong with it. It's literally just an image. They won't be able to recreate what you did, which was the necessary bump that I think this effect needed, because without that, this whole thing just basically kind of becomes a gag. But with this method to be able to have everything be examined at the end, it truly makes it a magical effect, which I think is really cool. All right, so now let me go ahead and talk a little bit more about InstaGrab. So like I said, what you're going to get with this is the minimal index system, and then you're going to get a bunch of picture files, and then you're going to get the tutorial for how to visually pull the card out of the phone. Now, you're going to actually get two tutorials for this. You're going to get the impromptu version, which I use. I think there's no other, you don't need to use the other method. I think the impromptu version is fine. But you're also going to get a second method that allows you to pull a card out of Instagram that is a little bit more visual and a little bit more magical looking, because you don't touch the phone. You can actually produce the card without touching the phone. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't really think that you need to use this version. I think that the basic version is good enough, but it's nice to have that extra option there in case you wanted to go with something that's a little bit more visual and a little bit more impossible, I guess you can say. But let's go ahead and take a look about my thoughts on InstaGrab and whether or not I think it's a good product for you. So one of the first things I always look at anytime I look at a magic product is the product well made? Now this means two things. Number one is the gimmicks or the actual physical product that you get. Is it manufactured well? And yes, the stuff that you get with this, the index system and everything, is very well made. It's a very well thought out concept, and all of the cards and everything that come with it are, you know, they just look like ordinary cards. Rider back cards. I'm not 100% sure if you get a choice between red or blue, but either way, the system, it works phenomenally, and it's very well made. As for the actual tutorial and the video itself, everything is executed very well. Obviously, the video is filmed in high quality. Everything is easy to understand, and Patrick does a really good job at teaching the content in the video. The second thing that I like to look at is the performance and the effect itself practical? So anytime something takes a lot of practice, or you know, it takes a lot of setup, or it takes up a lot of pocket space, or it's limited in the amount of things you can do with it, it really makes the effect impractical, and those are usually turn-offs to the effect itself. Excuse me. And those are reasons usually that I don't like to perform it. With InstaGrab, it's the opposite of that. It's extremely practical. It's very easy to use. It doesn't take up a lot of pocket space. In fact, it takes up one pocket, your phone. That's basically it. You know, it can be done surrounded. Like I said, you can hand the phone back. It can be examined at the end. The phone can be borrowed. So, I mean, you don't even need to use your phone. Like, let's just say, like, one day I was doing this at a gig and I started to stress out because my phone was about to die. And then I remembered, like, oh yeah, I don't even need to use my phone. I can borrow someone's phone. So you don't even need to use your own phone. And it's easy to do. So, I mean, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours perfecting, you know, this specific sleight or messing with the gimmick to be able to do it. The index system will take you probably like 15 or 20 minutes worth of play to figure out. And then the actual production of the card itself is such a basic move that you probably already know how to do the move. And if you don't, you'll learn it in like 5 minutes. It's just easy to perform, which I really appreciate, because then it gives you an opportunity to focus on the performance side of it and not worry too much about the technical side of it. And then another thing that I like to look at is the product itself. Does it have multiple applications? Now, the cool thing with this is you're not just learning how to pull a card out of a phone. With the index system, like, let's just say the index system was all you were going to learn from this and you weren't going to learn InstaGrab, this product would already be worth it. Because with the index system, there's just a ton of things you can do. I mean, basically what you're ending up with is a thought of folded card. So you can pull the folded card out of your phone. If you use a clarity box, or like a toy box, or like a card to match box, or any kind of folded card to impossible location, you can use InstaGrab, or excuse me, you can use the minimal index system with that. So imagine having a clear box sitting on the table from the very beginning, and then you say, there's a card inside this box. It's a mystery card, but I want you to think of any card in the world, right? And then you have them name the card, and then you dump the card out of the box, and then you unfold it, and it's the card that they named. That alone is extremely powerful. So just the index system itself is worth it. And it's one of the only few index systems that get you access to a folded card, where most of the index systems, you have to get access to a regular, you know, just a card, and then if you wanted to, you'd have to perform some kind of a mercury fold or something to fold the card. So this allows you to gain access to a selected folded card without having to fold the card, which makes it even cooler. Now, for InstaGrab itself, there are also several applications with this. I mean, you can perform it the way that Patrick teaches you. Me personally, I don't perform it the way that Patrick teaches you in the video. I don't use the index system with this particular effect. I actually like to perform a signed card effect, like an ambitious card or a triumph or something. And then after I'm done doing that effect, I put my cards away, and then I use this as an opportunity for like a bonus effect, or like you know, an encore type deal, where I'll say, do you guys want to see one more thing? In fact, I don't even need any cards or anything. I just need to borrow someone's phone. And then you know, you come up with some story about social media and how we're all connected and this and that. And then I made a post, you know, a couple days ago. But the interesting thing is that, you know, the card in the post, is actually the same card that you chose. You pull the card out and then you give it to them. They open it. It's their signed card that's now been all folded up. And you hand them back their phone, and they can examine everything. They can examine the card, which is just the signed card that I used earlier, and they can examine the phone, which they're going to look at the image and they're not going to be able to do anything crazy with the picture. So, do I think InstaGrab is worth it? Yes, I really do. It's not too expensive. It's very practical. It has multiple applications. It's well produced, and it's easy to perform. Now, I'm going to leave a link below in this video here for where you can actually go to purchase it. If you liked this review and you want to see more reviews like it, please be sure to go ahead and give me a follow here on my YouTube channel. Aside from these review videos, I'm also going to be putting out other content like advice from magicians, magic performance videos if you want to see some of the fun, clever little things that I'm coming up with, as well as tutorials. I'll also be teaching some magic on here, stuff that I've come up with myself, or things that other magicians are contributing to my channel. So if that sort of thing is your cup of tea, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if there are any products that you'd like to see me review in the future, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm trying to limit the amount of products that I'm reviewing to things that I really feel would benefit the magic community, or I might even review things that I thought were going to be amazing and then I got it and it ended up being a major letdown. So let me know in the comment section below if you have any suggestions for anything that I should check out. Like I said, I try to only perform things that I come up with myself, but every so often I find a gem out there that I find myself actually playing with, and you know, I want to let you guys know about it because I really think it's worth it. But anyway, my name is Michael O'Brien. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, everyone, I will see you next week with another magic product review. Take care.